Hello, hello. I think we're live. If you are here with us, it's like say hello in the chat so we'll know that you're here. And we are here. I'm wondering who's ready to make online education your new sales strategy for 2023 and beyond. Just a few little highlights about the online education industry. According to industry projections, the online education market is expected to reach a staggering $350 billion in revenue by 2025. So, who wants a little piece of that? Big piece of that? Yeah. Hi, Cherie. It looks like you can see us. So, yay. We're on. So yeah, it's like I think that is kind of beyond belief, but I'm here with two phenomenal experts this evening and I can't wait for them to share, all about how we can get involved with this industry and really monetize our expertise. A lot of us have we're experts in terms of what we do, whether it's something hands-on within our salon, whether it is something, in terms of teaching or educating on the business side, such as I do. But there's so many different ways, we can talk to consumers, we can talk to professionals, and I'm excited to learn more about how we can be part of this industry that is just booming. And so, it's in developing high quality courses, webinars, workshops, which can be in person or virtual. Small businesses can actually generate substantial revenue. And so I know some of the people I talk to are looking for an additional stream of income and something that's not like, oh, I got to learn a whole new profession or, go out and spend hours and hours worth of time. This is a phenomenal way to take what you already know and monetize it. So, without much further ado, it's like I want to introduce our guests tonight, and they'll be the stars of the show. And so I'll start with Tori Allen, who is the CEO of Brainchild Associates. And she is a phenomenal marketer. And she's been in this space for many years in the beauty industry and just created a name that pretty much everyone knows. And so I'm excited to have you here, Tori. How are you this evening? Oh, I think you're muted.
Okay, how's
Okay.
that? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, well, good deal. Well, yeah, I'm so happy to be here, Mickey, and
Yeah.
just thank you so much for, as one of my good colleagues always says, for sharing your stage and allowing us to have a very necessary conversation on tapping into online education and leveraging it to boost profitability and long-term success. So excited to talk about it, excited to make this an interactive conversation, getting feedback and questions from those that are tuned in,
Mhm.
and having a good time. So thank you so much.
Yeah, awesome. Well, I appreciate you being here and actually introducing me to Dr. Jasmine Lee Morse. It's like we're so excited to have you. She is an award-winning author, speaker, educator, and founder of JLM Global Consulting LLC, which is a boutique communications and training firm. And so she's got some heavy-duty credentials and all of that to help us be able to, put together what we need to put together to really maximize what we already know. So I want to say hi to everybody. It's like I see you guys saying hello and being here with us. We appreciate you. And like Tori said, this is going to be very interactive. So if you have questions, if there are things that you want to know, feel free to drop them in the chat, and we will get them to everybody so we can answer them. So hi, I see Karina and People's Choice, Tina Langford, here's a Restoration, and Cherie Jackson on early on. So appreciate you guys being here. And if you have any friends or anybody that you know who may be interested in this topic, so please feel free to invite them over for this live stream. So Tori, why don't we, I guess, start with you? And I think you had kind of the vision, and you guys have put this together, and we just want to know more about what are our steps to kind of get started as part of this.
Sure, sure. Well, I guess we can first start with just, I guess, setting the stage on why online education is so important. And, one thing I'll say is, any business that fails to adapt runs the risk of getting left behind. And
True.
that is definitely the case when it comes to online education. Um, and I say that because it really is at this point a necessity. It's no longer an option. A multitude of companies are tapping into this online education world, which at this point is poised to be a $350 billion industry with by 2025. So that's just 2 years from now. And this is an opportunity that's accessible to businesses worldwide. So it's not just businesses here in this country, but
Mhm.
now you're having to compete with businesses that are going after your customers that might be based in Zimbabwe, might be based in Czechoslovakia, might be based, in Bali. So there's just no telling. So anyone that's not yet fully leveraged and demonstrated their expertise and their thought leadership to provide value is really missing out on the opportunity. So this is your chance to tap in. We'll talk more about how to do that and how to do that successfully. But this needs to be the year. This
Yes.
2023 needs to be the year when you really make this a priority revenue opportunity for your business. So,
Yeah, I love that first statement you said about if you don't adapt, that you'll get left behind.
mhm.
Can you say that again for us?
Yeah, I mean, it's the truth. Any business that fails to adapt runs the risk of getting left behind. And that
Mhm.
is the case. So even if your business isn't an online business, there's a way you can still tap in
Right.
and monetize.
Mhm.
So and why not? It's accessible to everybody. So why not get your little
Right.
piece of this pie?
Right.
So yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that is so, like it kind of sends chills, and it's like we're at a place where we can be prepared and we can be on on the front edge instead of
Yes,
trying to pick up the pieces after the fact. So we
exactly.
appreciate that. So, Dr. Jasmine, tell us about, what you see in terms of, the necessity for this or the opportunities for it.
Yes, thank you so much. First of all, Mickey, for having us on the platform to talk with your audience here today. It's such a pleasure to be able to speak to them today. And next, I'd like to say it's time to tap in. Tap into an industry that we are all using. Many of us have participated in master classes or schedule ourselves for different webinars and things. And if you have a skill set or thought leadership that you would like to bring to market, now is the time. Don't wait till until there's another shift and you haven't tapped into the market. And my role in this duo, if you will, is to help you become the instructor training that you can be. My role here is to help you with the instructional design piece of this relationship that we'll build together in the near future. So I'm hoping that many of us will come together and tap in not only us serving you all, but with us being able to serve a broader population and just offering our thought leadership to the world in ways that are relevant and informational.
Yeah, I think that's so key. And a lot of times I think that we don't always recognize that we have something of value to offer. And
Yes.
so I think this is really powerful what you guys are doing to help us, put, what we do every day that's been successful
Yes,
into a format where other people can learn and grow from it.
for
Mhm.
sure.
Yeah. And Tori, it's like I know you've done a lot of launches, with products, with services, online courses, virtual conferences. What are some of the things that we need to kind of maybe be on the lookout for, or as someone totally new to the space, what should we kind of expect, or what are kind of first steps?
Well, for those who are new, one of the key things I will say to you is you should start with creating a plan.
Mm,
This isn't something that I would suggest you just kind of dive into and kind of see what sticks,
Hmm.
but you really take the time to develop a plan. You know, my motto is always if you plan to fail, you if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So we definitely don't want to do that. So when we talk about planning, you really want to think about, what is it that you can teach? Who is your target audience? And what are some of the challenges that they're facing? What are some of the issues that they're up against, and how does either your expertise or your products or your services help them overcome these challenges? And upon really determining that, then you need to think about what vehicles can you leverage to teach that information. So there's a lot of different learning styles that people gravitate to. It's not a one size fits all type of process. I'm all about creating dynamic learning experiences, so that may come by way of video tutorials, that might come by way of creating certification exams with your online courses. You may incorporate some interactive exercises where your students may work in groups. There may be homework assignments. So you really want to think through what are the best vehicles that you can leverage that appeal to a multitude of learning preferences to get your point across. And one thing I'll say that I didn't say initially, when you're creating your online course plan, you also want to make sure you're very clear on the outcome that you want your students to walk away with. By the time they get through your course, what should they be equipped to accomplish? If your students can say, as a result of taking this course, I was able to accomplish X, Y, Z once I put these learning lessons into practice, then that's golden right there. Those are those testimonials. Those are those, word of mouth opportunities that, you may not be able to get otherwise. So, you really want to be able to be very clear on what you want them to accomplish by the time they get through your course. And then that kind of sets the path towards, creating the plan for the course, creating the content for the course. That will, you want to think about the marketing. What is your marketing plan for the course? Not every marketing, social media, everyone thinks, promote it on social media, which is fine, but that may not be the optimal vehicle necessarily for your course. It may be more beneficial to collaborate with influencers in your industry, and partner up with them, because they may have an access of a multitude of target audiences that you can tap into, immediately and be able to convert some sales. So really taking the time to create that marketing plan. And then also thinking about, how can I fully monetize and amplify what this online course can do? How can I upsell, my students into other products and services that I offer? How can I provide more value over the long term? How can I turn my students into my tribe, my community, where it's not just about getting sales and volume, which you can accomplish through online courses, but it's also about how to get one person to buy 100 times, so you can create a multitude of resources to continuously convert and sell whatever you have on repeat when you set yourself up for success the first time. And that's by planning. So I would say you coming in this completely from scratch, and even if you've come into it, or you dipped your little toe in the pool, but you didn't necessarily set yourself up for success, then having a very comprehensive plan, I would say, is the first thing one should do to set themselves up accordingly.
Yeah, that's super powerful. It's like, I love that. And, like you talk about the different ways that we can actually share our knowledge. That it's not, sometimes we only see, it's like, oh, well, I have to do a webinar, or I have to do this. Like, I love how you shared it. There's other ways that we can reach, So
absolutely.
And the upselling and building a tribe, and, creating that, maybe recurring type revenue.
Yes.
Those are phenomenal. And, like, especially with the recurring things, like, I know some of the people that I know are behind the chair, and they're looking for, like, kind of, what's my next? I know this isn't going to be forever. Maybe I've got 3 years to go, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, or what have you. But this is a great thing to set in motion.
Absolutely.
To kind of sustain you and really create something fun that's an extension of what you're already doing.
And it's something that works 24/7, 365 days around the clock for you. So so once it's set up and it's established, it's there for, again, anyone, anywhere in the world to access, while you're sleeping, while you're on vacation, when the office is closed. That online education machine, it's still pumping in revenue. It's still building your community. It's still adding credibility to your expertise. So like I said, if you haven't done so already, then this is the time to get it done.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And Dr. Jasmine, I know you teach us more on how to teach. And
Yes.
so, what are some tips, for kind of helping us become, one, not so nervous in front of the camera or with whatever
Mhm.
we're sharing or however we're sharing it. And two, to make it so that it's engaging and interactive and those types of things.
For sure. Thank you so much. So my job is to pull out of you what's already there, right? To help
Mm.
you make sense of it in ways that are bite-sized pieces for people to be able to digest. Because sometimes as experts, we can have so much information, but we don't quite know how to pack it in bite-sized pieces to help them digest it in ways that will lead them to the end goal that you actually would like them to have. And so my goal is to help you see the end as you begin to launch yourself into actually launching your full program. One of the things that's going to be so important is to kind of home in on your larger goal. What is your core thought leadership topic that you want to focus on? So I know that your primary audience here are stylists or professionals in that beauty industry, if you will. You have so much information. Maybe you have information on hair care, and keeping your locks, your tresses, if you will, for lack of a better term, and healthy. Health. You want to focus on healthy hair, or you want to focus on how to teach other stylists how to do various styles or trends that you might have created yourself. So it's just a matter of figuring out what thought leadership topic you want to present to the world, and then from there we can go do a deep dive into how to home in and focus in on how to package it for one course, two course, three course, and by then you'll have a whole curriculum that you'll be able to sell for people to keep coming back to you as the leader or the expert or resident expert on that given topic, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like I love that, and especially I've taught for a long time, and I've taught people how to teach, and a lot of times we want to tell everything
For
all
sure.
at one time, and it's just like overwhelming. It's like a fire hose for the person on the other end, and it's like nope. It's like what they can digest is like these little things, and I love how you're saying turn that into several courses.
Mm-hmm, for
It's like
sure.
we got
You
this
don't
big.
want to give them the whole book. You want to keep them coming back for the sequel and the trilogy.
Okay.
You want them to keep coming back to you as that resource. And so when we think about outlining, we going back to some old school stuff, y'all. We're gonna go go back to some of those things that you learned
Yeah.
previously about how you outlined and you document and you build in some motivational pieces and you build in some other engaging things to help keep people motivated and engage in your course, because ultimately you want them to finish your course and then to be able to speak very highly of you enough for them to kind of recommend it to others. And so that's what some of the things that we'll be working on. So everything you might not want to share at once, like as I stated, and some of those things can become digital downloads. It can become a resource for a quiz or certain other resources, or I might say, hey, you know what, I also help people write books that can also become your book. You don't want to just focus in on just that one thing. This course, your course platform, your online education program can morph into so many different things, and I think that Tori and I can help you figure out and make sense of what that looks like, even with the online education program, but not only that, into other ways to help you make money and build that revenue in your industry.
Wow. That's powerful. So tell us, a little bit, I know you guys have some things coming up and we're excited about that, but tell us about that and how it can support, the things that you shared with us tonight. And I guess either one of you can jump in.
Okay. So what we have coming up, we actually have another event coming up on June 19th, which is next Monday. And this is more of a kind of closed room, conversation where we kind of take what we're talking about now to the next level. We're actually going to walk you guys through the concept of really taking your online course and building a sales strategy around it. Like Dr. Jasmine said, the course is just, that's just kind of low hanging fruit. But the goal is to create an online education empire, so we don't just start with just one course, but we take it step by step with one course to ultimately get the wheels turning on how do I create an online empire that really can possibly be my ultimate sales strategy to generate leads and like I said earlier, to upsell and cross sell clients and customers into other products and services that you have to offer. So we talk about the science in being able to do that. We're going to talk about planning, like I mentioned before. We're going to talk about really kind of structuring that plan in that conversation. We're going to talk about how to leverage online education to develop your authority as an industry expert. How do you convert that into credibility, into loyalty? And that loyalty then drives profitability. So we're going to talk about, how to, really, again, get the most out of your online course. We're going to talk about marketing, of course. As I mentioned earlier, we're going to talk a little bit about some marketing techniques, everything from lead generation, how you can leverage online courses to generate leads. There's some people that may have a course idea in mind that may not have anything to do with the customer base that they service day to day. This might be a completely different audience of people that they think they could provide value to, but they don't have the leads. These people don't exist in their orbit as of yet. So we need to talk about how do we get these people into your orbit? What are some lead generation tactics? What are some educational resources and content that we can leverage to kind of begin the process of bringing these people into your orbit? And then once they're there, then we can nurture them into sales. So we'll talk about that. And then, we'll talk about the community piece. Once you get them there, how do you amplify that? How do you further monetize it? How do you make sure that you turn one customer into 100 sales? How do you begin to do that? Do you create maybe a membership program out of it? What are the different, what are the different opportunities that you're able to engage and develop this tribe? Because we know at the end of the day, once you get to that point where you have this tribe cultivated, you've basically set yourself up with a gold mine. Because, if you think about the Oprah effect, the Michelle Obama effect, there's nothing these women can't recommend that people won't buy. And it's all based on the thought leadership that they offer and that we love and respect so much. So this is going to be a next level conversation where we do a little bit more deep dive onto some of the tactics, and it will also share some more hands-on training and resources that can really help to that can really help everyone who's tuned in, bypass all the guesswork, all the uncertainty, all the things that may hold them back or bring maybe some sense of anxiety of, how to get started. Right. We'll share some resources that we have in place to make this as seamless and as easy for you so that you absolutely can make 2023 the year when you go from entrepreneur to edupreneur. That's like my thing. That's the mission. So we'll talk through all of those things in a more closed chat on the 19th. And we made it a closed chat because we want to make sure that the people who sign up for this are indeed serious about making this a part of their, their sales strategy for this year and beyond. So that's what we have coming up on the 19th. And I can go ahead and share the link where people can register for that in the chat. So, and everyone, all of Miki's folks, this is free, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that, but for you guys, this is a free training that you all get access to. And let's see.
You have it there?
I do. I'm trying to figure out how do I put it in this chat.
It should be on your right at the bottom where it says all. But at the top, it should say comments.
Okay, I'm in comments. I don't see all. show all, maybe.
Okay. I'm going to grab it here. Dr. Jasmine, did you want to add anything? I know Tori just kind of blew the lid off. And also, before you start, I want to invite everybody that's here. It's like I see all these great things coming up as far as your comments and everything. We want to take your questions. So if you have any questions or thoughts, I see some of you guys. Someone says gems. So I think that was Karina. So I want to see if I can spotlight some of these. Yeah, we appreciate you guys being here. And Brian Moore says, create the multiple choruses, keep them coming back. Love that. And we've got so many wonderful people here. I see Brandy Taylor out there and Kai. And so, yeah, if you guys have any questions to let us know, and it's like we're going to drop the link in there so you can join us on Monday and really get, a little bit more of the tea.
So I would just want to add to what Tori has already stated. I want folks who may not have jumped into this space to know that they can feel comfortable bringing their authentic selves to their platforms in this way. So often when we think of education, we think of, that instructor and professional and super, just what we know of from education, being in school ourselves. But I wanted to share that it's okay to bring your authentic self to your platform in ways that your audience will be engaged with you. And so that is kind of my job when I begin to pull out how you want to present your content. You can bring your personal style, your personal influence to your platform in ways that you show up authentically you, with the vision and value proposition that your commitment for your audience when they sign on to take your course. So as we work together, rest assured, you don't have to fret, right? You can bring your authentic self. You don't have to show up as Miss So-and-so from 5th grade. You can show up as you in ways that lead people back to you, because you are beautiful the way you are.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Love that.
Yeah, and it's like Kai is saying, it's all a bit overwhelming to create content. What's the best place to start building rapport? And I want to invite you, Kai, it's like to come and join us on Monday, because we're kind of going through everything right now, but we're going to walk you kind of step by step and give you some guidance to be able to like, oh, okay, I can do this, I can do that, I can do that. So, and I'll drop the link again. So let me see if I can do that. I'm just going to put it in there without any words. So let's see what happens there.
Okay.
Can you see it, Jamila?
I tried to add it, but apparently that did not work.
Okay.
But I see the link that you shared. So everyone, yes, you all can register for the chat on Monday through the link that Miki just shared. So yes, and we look forward to it. I think I saw a question come through about content.
Okay, she's saying she still can't see it. Somehow it's not showing up on my Facebook. I'm not sure why, but let me see. I'm gonna Tori, did you have some more to say? I'm gonna see if I can just pop on my Facebook and put it in there.
Tori, there was a question about building rapport. How do you start building rapport when you create content? Let me know if you want to take that, or we can tag team the response for that.
So, again, the planning is going to be key to really understand your target audience, really understand some of, the challenges and some of the issues that they're having, and being able to create content that really captivates and engages them. So, it may be through an assessment. Those are great. That's a great tactic to try to build rapport. If you're trying to get a client to determine if they're a good fit for something, this is something that people, they like to do these, and social media is good, especially Facebook. They have all types of assessments to help you get insight about yourself, so that's something that you can create to begin the process of nurturing these leads. And when you set up these types of lead generating tools, in order for people to get the results of them, they need to give up their contact information. And once they give up their contact information, that then allows you to present them with more resources, more content, more value that will then kind of nurture them through, what we call a funnel, where they are then more inclined to purchase or to register for your courses or to purchase any type of content that you have available to sell. So, but the key thing is, again, knowing your audience and know what it is that would compel them to want to tap in with you. So, and again, the planning process is key. A lot of times, again, people just kind of jump right on in and they really don't have a clue. They just try to see what sticks. And we never recommend that. We always make sure that before you launch, you really set yourself up for success. So the planning is key.
And I'd just like to add, I understand that it can be overwhelming. We all know that. And so that's why we're here to help you. We want to help you make sense of it all in ways that you feel comfortable once you go live, and to help you figure out what your best approach is. Perhaps you're a person who likes to go live like we are now. You're live, you operate best in a live setting, and you can kind of feel the energy of your audience. But perhaps you're not. You don't want to engage one on live in a live setting. And we might discuss doing some pre-recorded content and presenting your content in ways that, in bite-sized pieces, like I said, in ways that you launch, some type of mini session or mini course. We can figure out what makes sense for you. But at the end of the day, my job and our job here is to take that overwhelming feeling away from you, so that when you launch, you're launching with ease and you feel like that you have the best product for your audience.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's so key, because all of us have different personalities, and some, like, I'm a little bit more introverted, but it's like I just, use what I have. But all of us, there's a space for all of us, and there's someone who wants to learn from each and every one of us from whatever perspective we actually present, and are able to connect with them on a different level. So yeah, I love that, Dr. Jasmine. So can you guys see the link now? It's like I put it in a couple different ways, and I'm trying to put it in so it'll be on the top of the video, but I'm not sure I can see where the save button is now that I've added it. Can you guys see? Drop a yes in the, or a no, I guess, in the,
no.
They're all saying no.
I see the link. Huh.
I see it in the Facebook chat.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
I put it in there, but it doesn't seem like anyone else can see it. So let me see, because some of them may be on the my Beauty Superstars area as well. So let me see if I can drop it in there. So here I am. I'm on with you guys, except that I'm not seeing us live. All of this technology is like we're streaming in 3 different places. So it looks like the YouTube people can see it. Okay, so here we are.
And everyone go on to YouTube.
And I just put it in the chat and Facebook.
Okay. So I put it on Facebook, and now I just put it in the Beauty Superstars group. So hopefully we have some yeses. You can see it now.
Okay, they can see it. I see yes.
Yes. This is awesome. So, okay. You can see it. So, yay. Okay, I think everybody has it. Ivy Howard, thanks for joining us. So, we are open to your questions. It's like we're going to wrap up. We don't want to hold you here too long, but we are excited about Monday, where we're going to get to go in and be a little bit more, one by one, step by step, and lead you through what this could actually look like for you. So do you guys have any closing comments? If we don't have questions, I'm going to still field them. So if you have them, drop them in. And I see thank yous. Thank you.
Okay.
So I think everyone can see the link. And so we will look forward to seeing you guys on Monday. It's at 7 p.m. Eastern.
7 p.m. Eastern.
And that's on the 19th of June.
Yes.
And it's absolutely free.
It's absolutely free.
Phenomenal that we will be able to meet with you guys and hear your expertise. I'll be a student as well. I don't know if you guys have seen, but I've been taking notes all evening. So I'm like, oh, okay. So
right. Karina is registered. Yes.
Hey. Yeah, we'll definitely look forward to seeing you there, Karina. It's like, let us know as you register. And excuse me, you guys want to have some closing things for everybody to think about over the weekend or so, or the week before we meet again?
Yes, yes. Well, again, Mickey, thanks so much again for allowing Jasmine and I to come and speak to your audience and, share some of the passion and enthusiasm that we have for this online education space. This is something that, we understand how beneficial it can be and how it can just really explode. I mean, I've seen, teenagers be able to teach things that based on hobbies of theirs and turn a fortune, all the way to individuals who are in the process of retiring or have retired, and they're looking to impart, some of their knowledge and be able to monetize it and build their community, build their tribe. So, this is something again that if you haven't already tapped into as of yet, this is the year to do so. And as Dr. Jasmine stated, we are here to walk you through the process to make this very easy for you, and to take, a lot of the guesswork and the uncertainty, a lot of wasted time and resources. We want to minimize that as much as possible so that this can be successful. And you can even see the full potential of what you have to offer through this medium. So, we can't wait to talk more about it on the 19th. And so yes, definitely get registered, everyone, and we'll see you on Monday.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. And Dr. Jasmine?
Yes, I just like to add, you've mastered your skill in whatever industry you're in. As far as the beauty industry is concerned, you've mastered that skill. You have gone to school, you've taken training, you've done apprenticeships, you've maybe you've gone on YouTube University, but we want to help you expand that into monetizing what you've mastered. And one of the ways that we are envisioning that you can do that is through online education. And so, as Tori has already stated, we're going to help you take the guesswork out of that process. So, if you're not comfortable developing content, if you're not comfortable figuring out how you want to launch this new venture because this may be out of your wheelhouse, join us on Monday, and we look forward to helping you monetize your mastery. Please register. Hope
Indeed.
to see you there.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Well, thank
Indeed.
you guys so much. It's like I love, like you talk about, monetizing your mastery.
Mhm.
That is something that's a really great thing. But I also love how you added in, Tori, that, it's like people are making money with hobbies, and, there may be other things that you can tap into to utilize this vehicle and,
Mhm.
jump on board and really run with it, so it doesn't have to be monetizing your mastery, but it could be monetizing your hobby. So who
How
knows?
about
Yes.
that?
Indeed.
Yeah, but it
Indeed.
all works, setting a foundation and being able to do it. And one of the things for me when I came into this industry, I really thought, like if somebody else has already bumped their head, then why do I have to bump my head? It's like, why don't
Mhm.
I go find them? And it's like these dynamic women here are here to guide us through places they've already been. So
Mhm.
I am excited about Monday, and I hope to see you guys then. And it's like I haven't read through all of this, but it's long, and I appreciate it, Karina. So she says, thank you so much, Mickey. You're the best. I subscribed to Dr. Morris' podcast today. Awesome. And look forward to listening to the one with Tori as a guest. Woohoo. So don't forget to subscribe to these ladies' podcasts and sharpen the saw. Love
Indeed. Indeed.
it. That's beautiful, Karina. Thank you so much. And oh, Beauty Superstars is Miki Wright. Oh, okay. Jamila wants to get more information. It's like we'll be dropping it. I'll make sure it's in all the places. I think it's already there, but I'll double check. If you have any trouble signing in, just leave me a message in here. I want the link, and I'll make sure that you get it directly. Okay. So I want to thank you guys for taking time out of your schedule to share all of this with us. It's like this has been phenomenal, and like you say, being an early adopter, getting on board, finding out what it is we need to do, and taking it to the next level is
Mhm.
what we're here for. So thank you.
Thank
Indeed.
you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, so we will see all of you guys on Monday.
All right. See you Monday.
Okay, Cherie, I'll get you the link. Tina said she's looking forward to Monday. I think you're all set up. Check out Go Girl Go Global. All right. Okay, we'll check that out. So thank you guys. Love you. And for anybody who's doing part of the 5-day Confident Pricing Challenge, I'll be live in a few more minutes at 8 o'clock in the Beauty Superstars group. So I am looking forward to seeing you guys there. And I hope everyone has a wonderful evening, and stay tuned for, updates about Monday and the details as far as how to connect with us once you've signed up. So be on the lookout, stay in your inbox. So thank you, Tori. Thank you, Dr.
Thank you, Miki.
Jasmine. We appreciate you.
Thank
This has
you.
been great.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye bye.